Hello everyone. Uh, Welcome to my video. So today I'm going to talk about a very trending topic and a very important topic. The topic is neuromarketing. And in this video, I'm going to discuss this topic under four topics. Four subtopics. The first one will be, so what is neuromarketing? Then the second one will be, so why we should use neuromarketing into marketing practices. The third one will be the techniques which are there in neuromarketing. Then the fourth one will be, so how we can apply neuromarketing into marketing practices. Right. So we'll clarify what is neuromarketing. Neuromarketing is the application of inculcating neuroscience into marketing. So that is the simple definition which I can give on neuromarketing. So this is used in analyzing consumer behavior and how they are taking decisions and all. So when we are analyzing these things, right? So there are two main technologies which are involving it. First one is EEG, that means electroencephalogy. The second one is fMRI. So the meaning is functioning magnetic resonance imaging, right? So these are the two main technologies that are there in neuromarketing to analyze these. If we are using in marketing, if we want to analyze the consumer behavior, so these are the two main technologies that we can use. Right, moving to the second part. The second part is about why we should use neuromarketing. So in order to clarify this topic, I will compare this neuromarketing techniques with the traditional marketing techniques that we used, right? Or traditional methods that we used. So when it's come to the traditional methods, so earlier, like in the current situation as well, we are using. So in order to identify the consumer behavior and in order to identify how these consumers are taking decisions, so what we did, right? So we had focus groups, we had interviews, we looked for the customer feedbacks, and by using these things we analyzed the consumer behavior. But the issue in here is, so one thing is, so depending on the mentality of the respondent, the response may differ. If the respondent is not in a good mental condition, the response will be somewhat not accurate. So that particular respondent might say something which is not the real, right? So that is the one thing. And the next thing is, so as we know, there's a need called latent need. Latent need means, so there are some needs that we do not prefer to express. We do not prefer to express in an open environment, right? So those are latent needs. So as an example, so as you know, so there are products which are in the market for diabetic patients. There are milk powder products in the market for diabetic patients. So imagine that if we happen to interview such a person, as an example, like if we saw an customer, that person happens to buy a product, a milk powder, which is for diabetics, and if we happen to interview that particular person by asking, so why you purchase this item, then that particular customer might say, right, so I'm a health conscious person, that is the main reason why I bought this particular product. But that may not be the real reason. The reason might be, right, the reason can be the diabetics. Because of the diabetics, that person is buying this product. So likewise, so because of these latent needs as well, right, people are not expressing their real opinions. So therefore, if we are not absorbing the real essence or the real insights from the customers, what will happen is, when we are designing and implementing marketing programs, right, so those marketing programs will not be accurate. Why? Because the insights are not correct. So that is an issue with the traditional ways of analyzing consumer behavior. So therefore, this evolution of neuromarketing comes into practice. So by using neuromarketing, I'm not saying that neuromarketing is 100% correct, but when compared to the traditional ways that we have used, so we can, by using neuromarketing, we can achieve good results. So the probability is really high. The accuracy is really high when it comes to neuromarketing, because when it comes to neuromarketing, almost all the practices are based on the scientific methods. So that is the main reason why that we should use neuromarketing. Right. The third part is about the techniques which we can use or which we are using in neuromarketing to analyze the consumer behavior and how they are taking decisions. The first technique is eye tracking. So in here what happens is, so marketeers, right? So with the collaboration of the technology, so they are tracking the eyeball. I mean, there are some technologies which can track the retina as well. In the eye, there's a part called retina. By using cameras, we can track the retina. By tracking the retina, what we want to check is, we want to check how customers' eyeballs are moving when they are, selecting items in a supermarket or whatever the place, right? So that is the thing which we are observing in there, and because of that observation, by looking at how this eyeball is moving, then we can get an understanding. So what are the colors that are more compelling? So what are the packagings which are more compelling? So what are the product designs which are more compelling? Likewise, we can get insights by looking at the movements of the eyeballs pertaining to the marketing stimuli. Right. The next technique is facial coding. Facial coding means in here, so what we do is we are checking the facial expressions of the customers. That means how the customers are reacting to the marketing stimuli. So that can be checked through the facial expressions. So how these facial expressions are changing. So by looking at that, we can get an understanding about the reaction of the customers towards the marketing stimuli. So the last technique is, it is brain imaging. So this is the most scientific method and the most accurate method, brain imaging. So in here what happens is, so as marketeers, what we can do, so we can check the reactions of the customers, and so depending on these reactions, on which part of the brain it is functioning, or in simple terms, which part of the brain is functioning for different marketing stimuli. So that is the part which we are measuring, which we are analyzing in here in brain imaging. So as an example, so there are two parts in the brain, the left brain and the right brain. So the right brain is specialized for creative things and emotional things, and when it comes to the left part, it is specialized for rational things and cognition things. So basically we can check this one by using this brain imaging. So for different marketing stimuli, how customers, these two hemispheres are functioning. So we can check that as well. So that will be an insight for us to as marketers, for us to design and implement when designing the marketing programs and implementing the marketing programs as well. So those are the three techniques that we are using in neuromarketing in analyzing consumer behavior and in order to analyze how these customers are taking decisions. Right, okay, coming to the final part of the video, so that is about the application part of neuromarketing. So we discussed, so there are several techniques that we can use to analyze. So by using these techniques, we can get insights of the customers. So by using these insights, we can apply these insights to different facets, or in different gauges, right? The first one will be when we are developing the product, or for the product development, we can use these insights. I mean, like, so how these people are, how they are selecting colors and all, how they are reacting to the product designs and all, right? So overall, right, so we can use these insights for the product development part. Then the next one will be, right, so when we are deciding pricing, so by using the aforementioned techniques, right, so we can get an understanding how these people are reacting to price increments and how these people are reacting to price decreasing. So by using that, we can determine the pricing strategies. And the final application will be, so we can do optimizations in targeting, optimizations in advertising, right? So optimizations in advertising means, right, so when we are designing and when we are implementing the advertising campaigns, so we can use the insights of the neuromarketing, right? So that means, so if people are reacting for these particular facets, I mean for these particular marketing stimuli by using the right hemisphere of the brain, yes, then on that instance what we can do is, if this is the most ideal one, the most ideal concept, then when designing the advertising campaign we can focus on this right brain, I mean the creativity part of the brain. So if this particular target audience is more focused on this right brain part, or this creativity, aesthetic part and the emotional part, then when we are developing the advertisement, we can, we can apply these concepts in developing the advertisement. So those are the ways that we can apply these neuromarketing insights. And also there can be, so I in here I have mentioned, I mean like broader application parts, but you can simplify these parts into small parts, but I'm not going to go into deep, I'm not going to dive deeper into these factors, so because through this video I want you to give a sound understanding about the neuromarketing. So what is neuromarketing and why we should use neuromarketing, and what are the techniques which are there in neuromarketing, and the application part of neuromarketing. So that is the video for today, and thank you all for watching.